mean, median, and mode. Now these are what are called measures of central tendency. And just dealing with data and different ways of representing it. So mean is also known as average, and that's the thing that probably you're most familiar with working with. Median is the middle number. If you put the numbers in order, mean is the middle number. And if you look here, we're going to get to what that means in a minute. The mode is the number that appears most often. So if we look here, mean, all you do is you add up all the numbers and then divide by the amount of numbers. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 numbers here. So we're going to divide by 7. So negative 5 plus 10, 5, plus 18, 23, plus negative 3 is going to be 20, plus 6, 26, plus negative 2, 24, plus 9 is going to be 33. So it's going to be 33 divided by 7. And when we go ahead and we do that, we're going to end up with a repeating decimal. So generally, you'd end up with something where you'd say a portion, let's say we do it to the 10th place, the mean to the 10th place, because otherwise it would go on forever. Or if it was repeating decimal, we could just write it out that way. So here, if we're going to go ahead and do this, we haven't gotten to repeating decimals yet in the same sort of way, so let's focus on rounding instead. So 7 goes into 3 0 times, 7 goes into 33 4 times. That's 28. That's 5. Bring down the 0. So 50, 7 goes into 50. How many times it goes in? 7 times. It's going to be 49. 1 down to 0. 7 goes into 10 one time. Then we bring down the 0. And 7 goes into 30. How many times? Goes in 4 times. So that's going to be 28. 2. And we're just going to go ahead and round it off at the 10th place. So this is going to be 4.7 is going to be the mean. Now median, we have to put these numbers in order first, because if we don't put them in order, then we can't figure out the middle number. The middle number is not the number that occurs in the middle right off the bat. You need to actually put them in order first before you do that. And I like to make sure I do this by crossing them off. So negative 5 is the smallest number I got. Then I got negative 3. Negative 2. 6. 9. 10. And lastly 18. So now we figure out which one's the middle number. And all we do is we cross them off one at a time. This one's not the middle number, neither is that one, because it's not in the middle. Neither is that or that. Neither is that or that. So what are we left with? We're left with only one, and that's 6. Now sometimes you're going to end up with more than one in the middle that you can't cross off, and I'll show you what to do with that in the next problem I show you. Now here, if we go back and we look for a second here at the number that occurs most often, that's a little bit different. In this case here, number that occurs most often, there's only one negative 5, only one 10, only one 18. None of these numbers occur more than once, so this would have no mode. It's possible to have no mode. It's possible to have more than one mode. And in this case here, there's only there's no mode. Now, outliers are numbers that throw off a data set. Now, sometimes they're ignored if they're too different from the other numbers. So, for example, here 4, 5, 8, 5, 21. Now, this 21 is way different than these other ones. This one, the range from 8 to 4 is only 4, because 8 minus 4 is going to be 4. But 21 to 4 is going to be 17, so that really throws off the data set. So we could either A, ignore it if you're allowed to do that, or B, go ahead and include it in the data set. but this would be recognized clearly as an outlier. It's an unusual number in the data set. So one more time here, find the mean, mode, and median of the data set. And all I do is, for the mean, I add them all up. 4 plus negative 5, negative 1, plus 10, 9, 11, 26, 33, 31. I'm just adding this up in my head. 41. So 41 is going to be the total amount. I'm going to then divide that by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And what I'm going to end up with is 40. Bring down to 0. 8 goes into 10 one time. Bring down to 0. 8 goes 2 times, so that's 16. It's going to be 5.125 is then going to be our mean. 25. And I like to just make sure that I write this down clearly so I don't make a mistake. And if you notice, the mean does not occur anywhere in this data set. Means and medians don't have to be a part of the data set, but they can be, but this is not actually in the data set. So then I go ahead and do mode. Most often, is there more than one 4? No. Is there more than one negative 5? No. Is there more than one 10? Yes. Is there more than one 2? No, 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 and yes, we already covered that. So 10 is going to be the mode. Mode is frequently the easiest one of these to do. And median, all you do is you cross them off the way I did before. You've got to reorganize the list, though. What's the lowest number I've got? Negative 5. Negative 2. 2. 4. 10. Oh wait, 7 first. 10. 10 again. And then 15. And remember, all I do now is I just cross them off one at a time. This one here, 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 this one here. And I'm left with 4 and 7. So that is, I can't list more than one number being my median, so I have to add those two together. 4 plus 7 is going to be 11. 11 divided by 2 is then going to be my median, which is going to be 5.5. That's equal to my median. And we found the mean, mode, and the median.